Okay, tomorrow Andy will be appearing in his 50th career final on the ATP World Tour, and trying to become the third player to win this title at least 3 times, joining Tommy Haas and Jimmy Connors. Okay, question for Andy?
Andy, I know last night you said, I think the second and third set were the best tennis you played all week. How would you characterize today?
This is probably the best match I've played this year so far, including Australia. Played one bad game, but besides that, I was making his holds tough ones, and I played pretty good defense. I attacked when I had to, and played pretty smart, mixed up some serve and volley, and so I didn't let him give a rhythm. I mean, if he sets up for enough balls and gets a rhythm, I mean, he can hit it probably harder than anybody. So I was happy with the way I played today.
Andy, you were running down a lot of balls. You were reacting. How well were you reading the ball? You seemed to have a real jump on the shot before it was there.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to say I had a great read on it. You know what? I was just scrambling. Simple as that. You just kind of.
You guessed right.
Well,
often.
muscle memory takes over. I played pretty good defense today. I felt like I moved pretty well. And, probably the shot that maybe changed the momentum of a lot of rallies was I was able to get my chip cross court to his backhand to where he wasn't setting up and firing forehands, and I was able to do that from kind of compromised positions, on the run, and that kind of got me back to neutral a bunch, and I think that was a big shot for me today.
You got some treatment there from during one of the changeovers. Anything wrong? Just tightness or anything with the arm?
No, I mean, a little something. Earlier in the week I was having trouble looking left with my neck, in the practice week and earlier this week, and I don't know if it was just compensating for that, swinging a little bit different way, but it's not an injury. I think maybe there's like a little bit of a pinched nerve, so I'd get extended on my forehead and my arm would kind of fall dead a little bit. But the good news is we have the afternoon and the night to treat it tonight. I think we have a beat on it, and it kind of comes and goes a little bit. So it should be. Hopefully it'll be fine for tomorrow.
It didn't bother you from that point when you were treated?
I mean, I don't think it felt great all day, but I think treatment generally can help.
And you're playing Roddick next, who's been playing with a lot of confidence the past 2 weeks. How much do you know about his game, and what do you think you need to focus on to get the win tomorrow?
I mean, he's got the confidence of someone who's played 10 odd matches in 12 days. He's winning every match close. He's playing well in the big points, and that comes with confidence. So that's certainly he's certainly on a roll and has momentum. That being said, I have to beat him one day. And I feel like I kind of hit my stride in the last 4 sets here. There's gonna be a lot of big serving tomorrow, a lot of big hitting. He certainly likes to take a crack at the ball. And he's been serving great the last 2 weeks, so it's just going to be a matter of who can kind of sneak out a break point and kind of try to convert it.
Any significance to the number 50, as Greg was talking about, used to reach 55?
Yeah, I honestly had no idea until I saw it last night. Yeah, I mean, to play in the finals of 50 tennis tournaments as a professional is a pretty big number. It might not be that bad after all.
That said, nice to try and finish this off though and get the win.
Yeah, I mean, better than 50 finals would be 30 wins. I think that's what I have ahead of me. So, certainly a pretty big number. I'm not sure how many guys have won 30 tournaments. So, it certainly kind of rounds off the number. It sounds better than 29.
What role do you think experience will play tomorrow? I mean, you've been in 50 finals, he's been in 2.
I honestly don't think it'll play that much. If it was a Grand Slam quarter or a Grand Slam semi where, the moment is so big and he has time to think about it and it's 3 out of 5 sets, but he's got so much momentum right now. I think that kind of trumps any inexperience. I think with him it'll be interesting 6-8 months down the line when it's not all new and fresh and, kind of pressure-free. I think that's when you'll maybe start dealing with it, but he's swinging from the hips. He's got, no pressure on him right now. I think he's already the highest ranked guy. ever from his country after this week. So, you know, he's already set the precedent. You know, he's not really dealing with the, you know, the lineage that some of us do. So, I don't think it'll play a part at all tomorrow.
You've been involved in some important off-court projects with some academies, programs for kids, and your charity foundation. What exactly are you doing?
Oh, well, I could sit here and talk. That could be a very long answer, but basically I run a foundation called the Roddick Foundation, and we support different at-risk youth programs in the South Florida and Texas areas where I've lived. Just for various charities, we've raised close to $15 million over the last 10 years or so. And you know, with different events, we've done a little bit of everything. We have a tennis program in the west side of San Antonio, which is mostly Mexican. My brother is married to a nice Mexican lady, and we've kind of transformed that part. They play tennis, and their parents can go get schooling that they haven't finished, kind of be taught how to do job interviews, you know, basic life skills, and so that's grown from 50 kids to 600 now, and we have a bunch of different programs like that kind of throughout different parts of Texas and Florida.
How close is Juan Martin? You played him 3 times before, but just to see as he gets back and tries to run back in the form.
Oh, he'll be fine. He'll be back in the top 10, I think, by the end of the year. I mean, he's got so many weapons. I mean, he just plays so big. It's just a matter of him finding form, and you know, I think it's big for him. The last 2 weeks, he made semis both weeks, played 8 matches, which is what he needs at this point. He just needs to keep playing. I played really well today to beat him. I mean, I think on a lesser day, it would have been a lot tougher. I had to play my best tennis to beat him today.
Do you sense his confidence growing a little bit as he's getting these matches?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like I said, for him to get 8 matches in 2 weeks is massive. I mean, he hasn't done that since the U.S. Open. You know, even in Australia, he played 2 and then had a week off and then played 1, and then, you know, so it's the most he's played in a year and a half. So you know, I definitely look for him to. You know, he'll be ready. No one wants to see his name really in a tournament, that's for sure.
Anything else?
You're pretty confident in your serve as you're playing right now, I guess. You like the way it's going?
Yeah, I mean, my percentages it hasn't been my best serving week ever. I've served well in spots, you know, but it's certainly something that I've traditionally been able to rely on. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.